This is Super Yacht News with eSysMan.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Okay, you've seen the title of this video and you're seeing video on my left hand side here. Now you may be wondering if you've seen this before. Now there was an almost identical incident that happened a few years ago, which we'll get into in a minute. This happened on Sunday, on the 8th of January, and it's in the Caribbean island of St. Martin. And this is the yacht, the 43 meter yacht, motor yacht BACA, B-A-C-A. She is trying to go through the Simpson Bay Bridge or go through the bridge has been opened to allow the yacht to go through. They go into Simpson Bay. It's the only way in and out of that area. It's very popular with super yachts. As you can see from marine traffic here, there's must be 20, 30 super yachts docked in there right now. As I said, the bridge is a motorized bridge and there's a control tower there, and you can see the yacht is crashing into the bridge and the control tower. Now, if you remember in 2019, the same thing happened with a boat called Motor Yacht Ecstasy. Ecstasy crashed into the same bridge, almost identical accident, but in that crash, they actually ripped off the control tower completely. Now, what's quite funny in the video, in the new video, you can hear a woman saying, "Oh my God, it took so long to repair that."
Oh my God! Oh no, not again! This took years to fix.
And she's actually referencing the accident that happened in 2019. And apparently it took a long time to have that control box replaced on the bridge, and then it is getting damaged again. Fortunately, they didn't rip it off this time. The yacht is actually still there in Simpson Bay right now, and it was seen moving afterwards, so there doesn't seem to have been any damage to the yacht in terms of affecting its ability to move around. There's no word as to what caused the accident, although you can hear in the video it sounds quite windy.
Years to fix. Oh shoot!
And it's most likely the cause of it is wind. There is often a crosswind when you go through that area, which causes the boats to be pushed over to the starboard side. Obviously, there'll be an investigation, and when we get any information on that, we'll let you know. All right, so we'll move on to the next story. In a video that we posted on the 8th of January, we talked about, the video was called Covert Sales of Russian Super Yachts. And we talked about the fact that Motor Yacht Palladium had been sold to Dennis Washington in the US. But the fact that it had been done apparently covertly, no mention of it at all, which is normally posted on Super Yacht Times and Boat International and stuff like that. But there was no mention of it at all. We did ask Northrop & Johnson, who were apparently involved in that sale, for a statement. We sent that out on Saturday. It's now Wednesday. We didn't get any reply from Northrop & Johnson. We resent the message to them, still no reply. However, the next day on Super Yacht Times, there's this article, 95 meter yacht Palladium sold and renamed AV. Same story appeared on Boat International website as well. So apparently they did get the message, they did see the video. They still haven't replied to us. They don't want to reply to us, but a press release was released by Millwood and Associates in the US. And they did confirm that Northrop & Johnson was indeed representing the seller, which is the Russian Mikhail Prokhorov. It should be noted, he's not under any sanctions, so nobody's done anything wrong. It's just the fact that it was done secretly. So yeah, so that vessel has been announced officially that the vessel has been sold. We've got some interesting information about somebody who contacted us regarding the sale of that yacht, which we'll do at the end of the video, which it's a little bit amusing. Move on to the next story. This story is about Roman Abramovich facing more issues. Now, we released in the previous video that said that he had been found out through a series of leaks from Cyprus that he'd been transferring his assets to his children's name 3 weeks before the invasion of Ukraine. Well, those same leaks have also revealed that he owns more yachts than previously believed. We already know he owns 8 yachts. The Forbes did a piece based on the information that was leaked, and they said he owns at least another 10 on top of the 6 that was known that he owns. So they said he owned 6, we knew he owned 8. They're saying that he owns 10 more, so he owns 16 in total yachts. Most of these are smaller yachts, including a 12-meter or 40-foot Blue Game motorboat valued at about $1 million, which is in St. Bart's currently. And the most expensive of the 10 new yachts they talked about was reported to be called Cupid, and it's a 24-meter or 80-foot motor yacht, and that's valued at around $3 million. They also referenced in that article the 49-meter or 162-foot motor yacht Susuro. They were talking about it like it was a new development, but we talked about that yacht in July last year. I'll put a link if you want to see that video. And we talked about the fact that he owned that yacht, and we said that we think that it was still owned by him. And it's been in La Ciotat, in a shipyard on the Hard there, in the dry dock facility for almost a year now. But apparently he still does own that yacht as well. So a lot of information coming out about Roman Abramovich through those leaks. All right, so one more thing before I go. I want to introduce you to Chris. Now, this chap seemed to take exception with the fact that we did that video about the sale of Motor Yacht Palladium. And as you can see from his message here that he sent me through Facebook Messenger, he was not pleased for some reason. And from what I can tell from that, he's saying that his boss now owns that boat, Dennis Washington. Now, he wrote me a lovely series of messages here, very anti-gay in the sentiment here, which is very interesting. He says his bis owns the yacht, which I think he means boss. Now, for Chris, I just have one question for you, Chris. Did you go to college? Because your spelling is shocking. It's really bad. But anyway, I deciphered what he was trying to say, and he seems to think that there was some problem with that story. Also, the gay rant thing was a little bit too specific. He starts talking about my shirts and my teeth, like he's really checking me out there. So I think you might be protesting a little too much there, Chris. You might be projecting some stuff onto me. Also, he says in there that I should Google the word asshole, and I did, and look what came up. So anyway, the funny thing is that in the last comment that he sent me on Facebook Messenger, you can see here. So he calls me all these names about being gay. Maybe he believed his own hype, and then at the end he wanted to see if I was available to chat. So very interesting, but I'm sorry, I'm already taken, Chris, so you'll have to find somebody else. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So be sure to check out our Patreon page. You can find it at patreon.com/eSysman. You get to see exclusive videos not available on YouTube. You get to see advanced releases of features, advert-free, and you also get to chat with the community on there. If you've got any information for us about any of these stories or any other stories, please get in touch. The normal fashion, you can get us on the About page of YouTube. You can get us on Instagram, on Facebook Messenger, and you can also get us on Threema. Be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell for future notifications. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.